In this video, I'm going to show you how we got our cost per lead from £30 per month or £30 per lead all the way down to £6 a lead. Now, in this video, I wanted to really go over what we've been doing with quite a few of our clients, and I thought this would be a great one to get into where we kind of show you how we get the cost per lead down, because right now I'm sure you're experiencing this. If you're running ads, then your cost per lead is getting a lot higher. You'll notice a lot of competition, people coming in, especially now we're going into the Q4 with Christmas and everything coming down the line. Is going to get a lot more competitive, and if you don't know how to do these strategies, you're going to get left behind. So firstly, before I get into all of this, first time you're watching this video, my name is Swapnil. I've helped over 300 martial arts school owners basically double their members using my TAP system. And really, I've been doing this for 5 odd years, so I've got a lot of proof, a lot of background knowledge into how to run Facebook ads and also how to get consistent members to your dojo. So today's video, really, I want to talk about how do you actually get these cost per lead down. And I think there might be a little bit of a delay in my video, so I do apologize if you're getting that. So really wanted to quickly go over this. Now, before I get into all this stuff, one of the first things is I want to show a little bit proof, because at the end of the day, people are like, okay, you can just talk about random stuff. The cost per lead has slightly crept up, but I just wanted to show you which account this was and what it was all about. So I'm not going to share it for too long, but you can see here it's a live account here. It was £39 and got it down to £8, but it was this morning was around 6. That will drop back down, which I know we'll start getting leads again in this. So what did we actually do? The thing is that what we did was a few things. Firstly, is understanding how the ads platform works, because it's very important to know that creatives, which is the point number one, creatives are very, very important to understand. It really is. What is creatives? Creatives is your images, videos, basically the first thing that people see on an advert. It makes a huge difference as to if testing this kind of stuff. If you don't test it, if you're just using the same thing that you've used like for the past few years, then you're going to find that your ad costs are going to go up. That is probably one of the biggest levers for getting your cost per lead down, is knowing how to test and what to test. Now, in the TAP system program, basically we actually show you what we've seen from a lot of data, the kind of images that work. But this is where you will need to actually test a few things, because we found in different areas of the UK, after having worked with so many school owners, and also being able to see the back end of like someone like Matt Fides, I get to see all his ads, which are like for his 1,000 schools. I get to see a lot of data as to what's working and what isn't. So images plays a massive, massive role. So if you're not testing creative, which is images, videos, they're the two biggest things, then you're losing a lot of traction with your ads. It does make a massive difference to getting your cost per lead down. Next thing, point number 2. But before I get into this, if you see above here, you'll see there's a link. You can book a call with me, which is a free blueprint session. This is not a sales call. Don't worry. What we do is literally look at what you're doing, look into your ads manager as well, and give you pointers as to how you can fix if your cost per lead is really high, and also lay out a proper custom plan for you. And it's free right now. So I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for free, but if you're seeing the link above here, or if you're watching this as a replay, you'll see the link above and in the comment section. Do definitely take it up, because this is where we deep dive into your actual martial arts school and see what's working and what isn't, and give you loads of practical ideas, tips that we've seen that has worked with all the people that we worked with. So first point was creative. Second one is headlines. Very, very underused. What do I mean by headlines? Headlines are one of the first things that people see. It comes from the newspaper days. You've got that above the fold, all this kind of stuff. If you've seen any kind of marketing courses and things, people talk about this quite a lot. But headlines are very, very important. You need a catchy headline. You need something that people will stop scrolling. So one of the biggest things, if I look at my phone, people are going very, very fast these days, especially nowadays with the TikTok and all this kind of stuff that's come out. Attention span is really low. So you need good headlines to attract people. Firstly, people will see his images and videos. That makes them stop scroll. Next thing that they see is the headline. What is the offer? What is it that you're offering? What it needs to make someone stop, look at that headline, and then look at what your ad copy is. This makes a big difference. So if you're not testing this, we've changed the headline for that particular one, and it literally, that was one of the big things as well that I've seen that made a huge difference. Now I've seen this across the board with a lot of ad accounts right now, and I've looked because we got access to quite a lot of them. This is quite normal. I'm seeing where a lot of ad accounts are going 30, 40, 50 pound a lead. Now it's getting up, but these are the ways and the strategies that I'm sharing with you for free because I want to help you guys. And the day, I'm hoping that by you guys seeing this information, you get to see that I know what I'm doing. I'd love you to be in the Tap coaching program one day. But for now, what I'm saying is if you're at this stage when you're going, what do I do? How do I get this stuff down? Creatives is really, really important. Very underused. People just don't want to change things around much or anything. So make sure you're changing images, make them bright, make them something that's going to make people stop scrolling. That's the biggest key thing. Next thing after that, as I mentioned, is headlines. Now, what I've done as well, before I go into the next two things as well, is I've written a document which I actually give it just to my TAP students. But if you want access to that, if you comment notes below, I will then reach out to you in Messenger and give you that. It's basically a cheat sheet on the metrics and the stuff that we look for, which we only share in our coaching program. But I want to give you guys so much value with these live sessions that I'm doing every week, that this is going to be stuff that will be very practical for you. So if you want that, then comment notes below, and then I'll reach out to you in Messenger and give you the cheat sheet. So next thing is number 3, targeting. What is your targeting? Now, one big thing that people get a lot of make mistakes with, is they don't really understand how to do targeting. Or is one of the questions that I always get, Swap, how do we fix our targeting? Now, if you're doing local businesses, if you're a local business where it's just a geographic area, like I'm in Peterborough, so if it's just Peterborough, you don't really need to be doing too much targeting. You don't need to be going crazy in the detailed targeting stuff that you have in the ads manager. Your ad copy does the targeting for you. This is why it's really important for you to get good with copywriting, and then just understanding how to attract the right kind of people. So if you're after an age group, which is like 7 to 12-year-olds, for example, then you want to be making sure that your ad copy speak to what their pain points are. What is it that they need? Otherwise, one big thing that I always see a lot of people do is they would do one ad for all age ranges. That does not work really well. You can probably get a few leads, but people like custom stuff these days. For example, this is why if the blueprint offer, which I'm doing right now, is so valuable for so many people, because we look directly into what you're doing in your dojo. We look at your Facebook, Instagram, everything, and give you actual feedback there and then. It's very custom. Custom stuff is what people prefer these days. So this is the same what you should be doing with your school and your dojos, is having your ad copy speak to that ideal client. Otherwise, it's not going to attract them. So targeting is something that you can play around with later on in the detailed targeting, where you can put like parents, martial arts, all this kind of stuff. But to start off with, we've seen a big change in ad costs as well, when you can make it very specific to that age group. So that's one big thing that I would highly recommend. And lastly, this is probably the most important one. Actually, these are all important, but this fourth one is, wait for it. That's it. Offers. I keep talking about this a lot. Offers is what makes and breaks campaigns. So if you are running a campaign right now, 2 weeks free martial arts, and your school down the road, literally around the corner from you, is doing 2 weeks free, and another school around the corner is doing 2 weeks free, why would someone pick you over them if the offer is the same? Unless you've done a lot of good will in your community and people know you a lot, then of course they're just going to come and pick you. But if you're just starting out, or if you've been trying to grow your school and you're around the 50, 100 mark, and you're trying to get to the 200, 300s, you need to make your offer different. You need to make sure that it's something that's going to attract people and go, wow, that looks amazing. I would rather go, I'd like to try these guys out. Now, I always hear from a lot of people is that I don't want to discount my services. Now, you don't have to discount your services. This is the thing about offers. Offers doesn't mean discounts. Offers means is that you're packaging up few things that makes it very valuable. There's a client right now that I know I've seen their ads and stuff that we've been helping with. Their offer is £99, and they've had, I think, about 200 odd leads. So it doesn't need to be low. So if you're always thinking, yeah, I need to go race to the bottom and go to become the cheapest, no, you don't. You just need to understand offers is a very important skill set. It's probably one of the biggest skill sets to learn in copywriting, is to know how to craft an offer, is know how to make yours things totally different to everyone else, but also something that they would really, really want. Now, how do you find this kind of stuff? Now, one of the first things that people do when they get into our TAP system is that they figure this stuff out by doing questionnaires and speaking to their ideal clients, which is what we help with massively. But if you're wondering, okay, how do I actually find this kind of stuff? Then you need to really speak to your current members. You'll find all the answers you need that you're looking for right there. So offers is really, really important. Make sure you have an offer that's something that's totally different, something that stands out. You have good creatives. So we go back down this order. You have like a very good creative. You have great headlines. Your targeting is on point, which is more to do with the ad copy, really. And then, of course, your offer is amazing. So if you get these 4 points, like not in that particular order, but it doesn't need to be. But if you get these 4 points done, it will reduce your cost per lead massively. This is the main reason. There's some ad accounts that we've took over where their ad cost went up to 60, 70 pounds. But then after making these few changes, we literally dropped it down. There's one that we dropped it down to £3 a lead. So I'm not saying you're going to get cheapest lead like that all the time, because you need to remember, cheap leads doesn't mean that you're, it's good to have cheap leads. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean that they'll always convert. So there's another client that we've worked with. He's literally right now going through the TAP system. His second month in, and he's about to hit 80 new members. 80 but just the reason why is because the offer is so good and people are going to him and he's got competition around him. So when you understand this kind of stuff, and if you want some help with this, then definitely book that free blueprint session with me. Literally, we'll figure this out and I'll show you exactly what you need to do and what stuff, where things are maybe going wrong for you. So lastly, I just want to say I'm doing this live every week on this page. So 12 o'clock UK time. Come here every week. I'm going to be doing going over things that are working in the agency and the coaching program that we have, and things that actually will make a difference. So lastly, just to recap with you, and before I go into the recap, if you want the notes that we actually, like the cheat sheet, literally we share with our clients, then comment notes below and I'll reach out to you and give it to you. So firstly, creative. Don't waste time with just using one image. So what I mean by this is, think out the box. Use stuff that people are not using. Use attractive images. Secondly, headlines. Understand that headlines make a huge difference on ads, and it's one of the key things that will make your headline and your offer. It kind of goes hand in hand a little bit, because if your offer is really good, I suppose, well, your headline will be great as well. But also think about pain point stuff. So keep your headlines around that. Targeting, which is the ad copy thing again, make sure that you're talking about their pain points. So that brings a close to this live session with me. And I hope you found this useful. If you want some help, really book that free session with me. If you don't, then come back next week and I'll still be here doing these like really valuable sessions for you, which I'm hoping will help you. So till then, have a great weekend and a great week, and I will speak to you soon.